Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to you all. We are live for a surprise today because we did not forget our bi weekly edition of Women Talk Forever. But it's the time with lots of changes. Andrea, she's back home. It was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Andrea.
Thank you.
And we all started the campaign, the Clean Nine campaign today. Oh, no, actually yesterday. Yesterday we started, and well, it's a little bit of information, of energy, different energy. But today, finally, we are gathered for a new edition of Women Talk Forever about, and we're gonna talk again about a book. A book that for me it means a lot because it reminds me of a nice period of my time. Because this book, meaning the book Get Smart by Brian Tracy, How to Think and Act as the most successful and highest paid people in every field. It's a book that I found out in New York while I was walking in the library, in the bookshelf actually. I picked up this book. I say I need to read it. And that was one of the books that opened my eyes and that enlarged my view in plenty of fields. Because I read it at night in the plane while coming back home. And today we want to share some key takeaways with Andrea because she also read the book and we see why it's so important, this book, because we are talking about the brain power, how to enhance the brain power. So, Andrea, what did you like the most about it?
Hi, Wana. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Finally back with a new view, with a new book, with new ideas. I really liked the first idea it came out. It was about stimulating our brain and using some more neurons. We are having so many in there, but we decided how many we want to use. So we always need to be careful what we are doing and to keep thinking, keep practicing, to not let that neurons to just stay there and do nothing, literally.
Hmm.
And then it's really, really important to change your perspective. And there is just you deciding in which part you want to be. You want to be in the optimistic part perspective
Hmm.
with just good things to happen in your life, to just have that nice view, that good view, that yes, I can achieve it, I can get it, I can go for more, I want to have big goals, big dreams. And then you start to get more enthusiastic and you start to find like actions you want to do in order to achieve it. Or you can be in the pessimistic perspective, which means you're gonna see just problems, you're gonna be negativistic, like you don't know, like, oh my god, what's going on, that's too hard, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, oh, this can happen to me, this is not for me. It's just your choice. You decide where you want to be. But then, according with this, don't start to cry because you don't get anything, you don't change anything, it's nothing good coming out because it's your decision. From here,
Yeah.
like you just open that good way, yes, I can do it. And then what else? What else we're gonna have there? Something what I was practicing, if I can say like that, at work, like
Mhm.
2 years ago, I would say. And this is the idea of um, having that view, like a small view on some of the parts, or having the big view, the big picture.
Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And this can affect us so much. And I didn't realize it till one day. I was trying to learn more, to get a new promotion. And
Mhm.
then of course you need to extend your thinking, you need to have that big view in order to have other kind of actions, and to see what you can improve, to see what's going on everywhere, not to have that kind of view just in front of you and that's it. And
Exactly.
I was trying to understand it. It's so difficult to understand it for the beginning, because it's something kind of big to think about, and it's something what takes
Mm.
time and practice. It
And
doesn't come
practice.
like that. I wish it would, but it doesn't. So then you need to practice more to have that big, that overall view. And one day I was sitting down with my manager, trying to analyze my actions, to analyze how everything goes. And she was explaining me about this. You know, you cannot, when you want to, like, to have the whole restaurant for yourself, yeah, to be promoted as a general manager, for example, you cannot focus like that just on your team, or
Mm.
just on your customers, or just on your kitchen. You need to have your mind and your eyes need to be everywhere.
Everywhere,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
Wow.
oh my god, but this is so difficult, how am I gonna do that? And in that moment it feels really difficult. But when you start to practice it, because you realize, when your mind is just in one point, in one side, you realize it straight away, because your mind keeps thinking and he's
Mhm.
reminding you, wait, what is happening everywhere else? Are you seeing everything? So then you start to practice and analyze yourself, and you get there. And when you get there, everything, I don't know, feels much easier, if I can say
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It's a matter
Have
of
you
practice.
realized
Yeah,
that
it's
or
a
not?
matter of it's a matter of enlarging your horizons. And yeah, as you said, practice, change the perspective from small to big, and also from a short-term view. Saying like, okay, I want this car right now. I have a salary increase. I want this car right now. You know, to a longer-term view. When you say,
Yes.
okay, if I don't buy this car right now, I can invest this money into something else. I can buy an apartment for renting, for example. I can pay, the advance fee for this, and that's a change, also a change in perspective from short term to long term.
Yes, definitely. And according to this, to just what you said, I literally want to ask everyone how they feel, what they think is the most important and easier way to succeed, the short
Mm,
time ideas or the long term ideas, because everyone is seeing this from another point of view, from another perspective. um, I have heard these kind of people saying, "Oh, I just want to be happy for the moment, to just enjoy this moment. What is going to happen in the future, we're going to see. It's going to happen. I don't know. But I just want to enjoy the moment." Well, that's a big difference on being happy at the moment, because we need to live in the present moment. We need to be able to do that. And for me, it took me a while to get used to it, because
mm.
I was growing up with other kind of an ideas of just looking to the future and forgetting about today, and then in the end you wouldn't enjoy
Yeah,
anything. So then
I know what
that's
you're talking about. Me too.
yes,
Think
that's
about
this,
retirement. How
literally,
can you leave your
yeah,
job now? You don't think about retirement. I still have 30 years to retirement.
literally, it's exactly like that. But of course, we need to enjoy the moment. Is not this the point? But the point is, okay, you want to set up your goals, your objectives. Are
Yeah.
you doing it just for 1 month, or you're gonna try to see, to look at yourself maybe in 1 year, maybe in 5 years. Because if you start to think in this way, you know that you're gonna start to action. Yeah, you need to action, you need to see what you have to do in order to get there. So then you're gonna need a strategy, you're gonna need to prioritize, you're gonna need to action. So now if I'm
Exactly.
asking you now, okay, you maybe you should know actually your objectives, maybe for this year or for next year. So then which will be the 20 things you have to do in order to get there? So literally start to write it down, and then one by one, when you do it, just tick it that is done, and you need to see what is left to do. Because also about prioritizing, yeah, at some point we like to enjoy moments, many
Oh, yeah.
moments. Sometimes we don't realize that some of that actions are not bringing us value. Some of that moments are not helping us to achieve our goals. So then you're gonna lose that time or that day just like that, without any value, without any action for your dreams. And then, of course, you're gonna decide which are these kind of actions, because this is not, for example, about family. Family is a value in your life. You're gonna need time with your family, definitely. But there are other kind of actions, and each of us know exactly which are and what we have to do, obviously. What do you think about this one?
Wow, no, I think I agree with you. I agree with you, and this is what the author calls the GOSPA model. Exactly, starting with a goal, then split your goals into objectives, set the strategy, set your priorities, and go to actions.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Just do it.
And I also like the idea that and I heard this idea not far away than today, actually, because I was listening to Tony Robbins. He has now like a marathon, 5 days marathon
Okay.
about a new world, new challenge. So he's explaining how in this context it is really important to keep your energy, up. That's the first thing to do, and exactly how to cope. And this Brian Tracy also, he said that people in a chaotic world like we are now, people with clear goals, they are the one that they succeed, because you
Succeed.
need to have clear goals. And when you have clear goals, you can filter all your actions. When you go through all these step,
Literally.
goals, objectives, strategies, priorities, and you get to actions, you can assess your day. You can, at the end of the day, you can do the audit of your day, saying, okay, how I comply to my objective today. But if you don't have goals, you're gonna get into that bad energy, bad feeling that, okay, the contact is bad, companies will close their door, if I'm gonna lose my job. You, instead of finding solutions, you focus on the problem if you don't have a clear goal. And this I can also see it on myself. It's
Oh, and by the way, something really important. We need to try to set up our mindset and the way we think as a millionaire.
wow.
And you
It's a
always need to think like you would be rich. What would you do? What would you have to do? How would you action? And if you don't know what that means, try to do a research, to do a Google search there, or just to read a book. Are so many books with with this subject, and there this can be a huge secret.
Yeah, yeah,
Can help a
exactly.
lot.
You put it well, and I also want to add something regarding this. I was impressed in the book that Brian Tracy said, okay, one way to improve the power of your brain is by listening and by asking questions. Ask. As you said,
Yeah.
ask, do a research, do an intensive research on something and ask questions. And one thing that I was surprised about in this book, he talked about the reversed hypothesis.
Hmm.
That's a principle saying that if you want to validate a prototype or a product, you can talk about it to people and then try. For example, you have a new brand of I don't know, soap, right? You can talk about it to people around you and try to convince people not to buy that brand, and to test their reactions. If that person is easily convinced, it means that maybe your brand or your soap is not really needed on the market. But if the person say, "Why I should buy something else? I like this," you just describe the product and say and try to convince the person to buy something else.
Wow.
Other type of brand, other type of soap, for example. And if that person said, "No, I won't buy something else. I want this," because you convinced him, it means that it's a valuable product.
Oh,
And yeah, that's I didn't know. I actually learned it from this book, and I found an amazing founding. And yeah, that's a way, because most of the companies that fail, especially the small ones, are because the product that they want to sell, it's close to their core values, but not to what the market needs.
definitely, yeah.
And yeah, that's why we need to think. And that was actually one of my choice to join Forever, because I know that this product are needed. I know that this product are helpful. They are proven. So no, I mean, no problem about it. We know
Definitely.
that the market needs them. Wellness, beauty, health. It's
Health,
everything.
definitely. Especially these days, nothing is more important than health.
Exactly. And something else which I learned from the book, and actually I start thinking after reading this book. It was the moment when I start thinking about, is that even if I'm employed, you know, I need to adjust my mindset to an entrepreneurial one. Meaning that, okay, think how you can do what the company start to do this as if the company were yours. For me, it was something like, wow, I will never do that. But then you start to implement, and you see that you develop your customer service. And I remember once I was working for a while, I was working as a consultant in my job. And by applying this principle, saying, okay, I'm a consultant, I'm at the service of my client, and the client is the most important. So I try to give an image for my employer as if it was for my own company, for example. And get invested, change the mentality from I have to leave at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., because that's my time and I don't care if the work is done or not, to the mentality, okay, I have a work to do. Like I was working for myself as an entrepreneur.
You
And those
can
were
make it.
key points that I got in this book, and I started to apply. And I noticed that not only I progress and I grow myself as a person, but also employer or people working with me, they are happy because I'm committed and I do my job properly.
Exactly. And also the mindset, it has a huge importance in network marketing because the way you think, it can affect everything. All your results can be affected because of that.
Yes, exactly. Because yeah, network marketing, it's a way to grow, but you also need to get to understand network marketing and to stick to the process enough and to be enough patient to monitor yourself every day and to see how you grow, because you
Yes,
grow. One from now, it's not the same as one from last month, and I'm sure it's the case for you.
definitely.
You grow, but you have to stay in the process and to monitor your growth.
And
That's
to
that's
know
the
how
key.
to connect with people. You
Oh
need
yeah,
to learn
that's another
every
very good point.
single day. It's
That's
everything
another
about connection, emotion. It's what you transmit to the other person.
exactly.
It just shows who you are.
Exactly. And you think about network. Network is network. Network. That's
That's how it
amazing.
works.
Exactly. Exactly. And we talk about the brain power. But why it is so important, this brain power? What do you think, Andrea?
It's everything comes from there. Everything. Many times I was trying to analyze my actions, to analyze my behavior. And every time I came out with the same: my brain kills me. I'm thinking too much. I'm overthinking. I'm attracting that. I need to stop. I need to slow down. So then, slowing down your thinking
Hmm?
and having that time when actually you can be with yourself, you can meditate, you can
Wow. Yeah.
take a little break to rest your brain, then it can help you um, in the future for the actions and um, for the results you're gonna get, because you need to take decisions. But then if you just rush everything and take that decision how it comes because it
Yeah.
just came now and you think is the best one, then you can see afterwards. So then you need to slow down a little bit to analyze from each point of view and to try to see what would be the best. But then this is something what it kills everyone, and this is something what affects you or for not getting the right results you want,
Yeah. That's correct.
because it's what you attract. Your mind attracts that. It is what it is.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why you need to work on your brain because
Ooh,
you attract what you think about. So
literally, it happens so many times that I have no doubts that it is like this. It's just like this.
exactly. Exactly. And we see people, we see people around us who they look so smart, they look so intelligent, they look so creative, and you start to feel inferior. But that's the point, need to understand that those persons, they had already done
Oh yeah,
their work to improve their brain.
and they
And
felt many times as well.
exactly, they failed many times and they learned from their lessons and they were open minded and they had flexible thinking. So that's why if we want to step on their path, the only way is to increase our brain power. To get
The-
smart, as Brian Tracy said, get smart. Because when I heard about the title, I said, okay, why do I need to get smart? I'm not smart enough or what? But when I read the book, the whole trip back home in the plane, I said, okay, I know what you mean.
yeah, we need to challenge ourselves, and we need to get more, to get the best out of ourselves. But of course, everything comes with practice,
Exactly.
failing, working, mindset, and everything else.
All right. Wow. You put it very well. Thank you very much for this conclusion, Andrea.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm looking forward to find you again here in 2 weeks' time for a new edition, surprise, of Women Talk, Talk, Talk Forever about. We will see what about.
Exactly. All right.
That's a surprise. Have a nice Sunday. Have a blessed Sunday, all of you. And a slow week starting with tomorrow. Don't stress, don't panic. Think about this book, think about what you can learn from this book on how to increase your brain power, and no stress. Everything's going to be all right, but keep stick to your goal and act every single day. Have a nice
Take
evening.
care.
Thank you, Andrea, for being here.
Thank you, Anna.
Bye, everybody.